Hi friends, I'm happy that you're here today. I wanted to share a mini slimline card where I did some colorful stenciling using distress inks. I started by die cutting a rectangle out of the small mini slimline rectangles from Lawn Fawn. I did this with Bristol Smooth cardstock, and this is about 2 3/4 by 5 3/4 inches. I made a little loop with my spellbinders tape and I put it on the back of that rectangle piece. And then I placed it on my Make Art station. I took out the honeycomb stencil from Lawn Fawn and I will be stenciling on little honeycomb patterns all around this mini slimline card panel. So I'm starting out on the top left corner there and I'm masking off some of the sides to prevent any ink where I don't want it. I'm using the Heavy Doodle Memo tape for this. So I took out some distress inks to do the stenciling and I used candied apple, salvaged patina, peacock feathers, mustard seed and spiced marmalade. I also showed the abandoned coral, but I ended up not using that one. So here I already did the orange, which was the spiced marmalade. And when I was done with that orange, I was wiping off the stencil and I placed it a little bit on the side and more to the bottom of the pattern. Again masking off the sides with that Heavy Doodle tape and then going in with the yellow, which was the mustard seed. And I'm actually doing this multiple times, always doing the same thing, making sure to clean off the stencil with a dry cloth, just to prevent any color contamination. I wasn't really going for a specific pattern or something, I was just making sure the colors next to each other are different and also making sure that those honeycombs were also lining up a bit. And this is the finished card panel. I did forget to push the record button to show you how I did those little middle pieces. I'm so sorry for that, but it's actually super easy. I just used that one tiny piece there in the stencil and I lined it up with the different honeycombs and alternated colors to stencil it on. Now that the stenciling is done, I can work on the images. I used the You're a Keeper from Lawn Fawn. I love that little bear there. And I also used a few images from the High Five stamp set. I stamped these in jet black ink on Transotype Perfect coloring paper and I did my coloring off camera. I will list the Copic colors below so you can definitely check them out. And these images turned out so cute. I really love that bee theme here. I added some more interest to the card panel by die cutting a few honeycomb frames in different colors of cardstock. I used guava, fake tan, tide pool and sticky notes. I arranged these on the card panel, making sure to leave some space for my sentiment on the top left corner. I glued these hexagon shapes on with my favorite liquid glue. This is the Art Glitter Glue, and this is by far the best liquid glue I have ever tried. And then with my scissors, I cut off the excess frames that were hanging off the sides. And now my background is all done. Here I already arranged all the images, but nothing is glued on just yet. Then I'm taking that Have a Beautiful Day sentiment from the You Are a Keeper stamp set. First of all, I took the stitched sentiment banner and I placed it on a piece of black licorice cardstock. And then I ran it through my die cutting machine. I put on some anti-static powder and then stamped the sentiment with Versamark ink. Then I sprinkled on white embossing powder and I tapped off any of that excess. And off camera I heat set it with my heat tool. You can see on that banner that it has a nice stitching detail all around. And I really love that. It gives it a nice finishing touch. So I placed on some foam squares and I placed it on the card panel. I cut off that left side with my scissors, you know, that edge that is hanging off the sides. And then after that I just placed all my images on the panel as well. Most of them were adhered with foam squares for some nice dimension, and the little bees were adhered directly onto the card panel with liquid glue. So now I'm taking that pin-sized Patterns Summertime paper pack and I'm trimming it down to 3 by 6 inches. And then with my Gina K dot runner, I'm taping the card panel on that patterned paper. And this gives it a nice border all around. Then I'm folding my card base. This is some Lawn Fawn white cardstock, the 110 pound version. And then I'm adhering my entire card panel on my white card base, again using the dot runner from Gina K. For a finishing touch, I'm adding just a bit of clear sparkle with a sparkle pen on all the wings of all the bees. And that kind of finishes off my card for today. I really hope you like how it turned out. I have all the supplies linked below in the description box, and I will be back again soon with a new video. Happy crafting, everyone! Bye!